Hi, this is Josh.
This is Tyler.
We're 21 Pilots and you're watching Bring the Noise.
The songs are written for the stage.
Yeah.
And I personally, I guess answering for myself, I love both environments. And I always find myself wanting to go and record in the studio, but then once I get in there, I'm ready to go get on a stage and play, because there's no feeling like playing in front of people for me. It's the best thing in the world.
Playing music is live with an audience. There's just nothing like it. And being in a studio is something that you have to do in order to have songs to play live. And so it's a necessary thing. Man, that was a really bad answer.
You're really interested in those glasses.
I know, I'm realizing you can take these off now.
Yeah.
Bear with us, guys. We're not really good at these interview things. I have these sunglasses here because I feel like it's going to make me look cooler. So I'm going to put them on and then answer the question. I'm definitely more into live music than into the studio, but then sometimes writing songs is fun too. Josh tries to do a backflip during the show off of the upright piano that we have, and what's really fun is people don't realize we've been doing that for I say like I don't have anything to do with it, but he's been doing that for a while now, which is really funny because we've been doing this in front of 3 people at a time, and which is really interesting. We'll be in some really small bar in the middle of nowhere, and Josh will go on some bar table in the middle of the bar, and the 4 guys at the bar will then turn around and watch him do a backflip. He'll land the backflip, and then they'll turn back around to their beer, and we'll continue with our set. That's where we came from. That's what we did. How can we get these guys to turn around? And now we have a little bit more of an audience. People actually want to hear what we have to say, and so you better land the backflip.
Yeah, I know.
Now.
I never know if I'm going to. But we were just talking though last night, and Tyler saying he thinks the first thing that's going to go out is his ankles. There was a time where, because it's good to do flips or jump off of stuff. I remember you jumped off of a speaker and landed, like the stage kind of came apart and you landed. Your leg went through the stage and tore up your leg. But that kind of stuff.
That was really punk rock.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah. Stage fell apart.
Yeah. Rock on, man. There is a sense of starting from nothing when you come to a new market, a new country, a new part of the world. But that's something that we're used to. We're used to starting at the ground level and having to work for people and not just assuming that they're going to enjoy what we're doing. That's what we want to do. We want to work for them and show them that we're going to put everything we have into our performances and hopefully get something out of them in return, but not until we work our butts off for you. So just we'll make the first move.
I remember, I think, hearing about the show getting sold out. And I could be playing in your bedroom over here in England, and it gets sold out, and I'd be excited because we're in a whole nother part of the world that both of us have always looked up to a lot and respected musically, and so to even think about the other bands or musicians or art that's gone through that building, and to know that we're going to be in there crammed with hopefully a couple hundred sweaty people with us it's an honor.
All the bands that have played that venue, being a part of that really makes me want to put these sunglasses on for the interview and be a lot cooler than we actually are. when I first started writing songs, there was no audience. There was no, I wonder how it's going to be accepted. There was no marketing plan. There was no strategy. And in a way, it created, or it gave room for very authentic, true art, true words, true songs, true things I wanted to say. And in a sense, I want to always preserve that. I always want to preserve that authenticity and not be completely focused on how it's going to be received. But then it's hard not to think that way, because those songs are truly legitimized and manifested again on stage, and you need those people in that crowd to be there, to be the energy of the show, to live that song out with us. So then you start thinking, I'm going to create songs, and I'm going to do what I think a song should sound like. And Josh and I are going to play a show the way that we think a show should be. And if there's anyone who resonates with what we're doing, then it's just going to be that much more powerful. And I honestly, I can't wait to see how it is, how people take to the album when it comes out. And if you don't like it, then we'll be sad. But we're just going to keep writing songs, so that's not going to stop us. The best way of describing the lyrics is very introspective. It's a very much a view inside of what it is that I'm going through, which is a bit vulnerable. And like I said, I started out just writing because I needed to write. I didn't think it was vulnerable. I wasn't being vulnerable, actually, because I didn't even really know what it would be like to share those songs with so many people. But then when I'm emitting some sort of message or a story that I'm going through, and when I feel that message bounce off of other people and come back at me, it's an amazing feeling knowing that I'm not alone in what I'm going through. And I think that's what's happening. People call them fans, call them supporters, whatever you want to call them, but really what it is it's people who resonate with what you're saying. And there's not a better feeling in the world than that. The songs are not about a girlfriend 5 years ago. And I think we're going to get heavy here for a second. I think that something I've been kicking around is this whole idea that I feel like humans, they want to create, and they want to I'm trying to think the best way of saying it. Music is a catalyst for emotions, and a lot of times humans think that the most powerful emotion is love. Love is a very powerful emotion, but I question whether or not it's the most powerful. I think that the most powerful emotion to feel is fear. And even inside of loving someone, there's always that fear of them not loving you back, or there's always that fear of your own head and the things that you're going to think. And so a lot of the songs that are on the album are talking about how I'm dealing with fear, which is the most powerful emotion to me. And playing those songs every night, I get to relive some of those fears, but I also get to relive some of those cathartic moments of working through them. And I think that the reason why, we're kind of new to this, but I think the reason why we're going to be around for a while and be able to play those songs with just as much conviction, years ago as we do today, and then hopefully years in the future. The reason why we're able to play those songs with such conviction is because of what they're talking about, and because I think that the lessons learned are things that to be relived every day. And I thoroughly enjoy manifesting those songs on stage every night. And in one way it's draining emotionally, but in another way it's completely rejuvenating. Besides our amazingly awesome good looks.
Yeah, that's one legacy. That's probably the most important.
Yeah.
Maybe legacy of not ever settling down, and
Oh,
just
gosh.
going until we're dead.
That's just a couple of young kids saying that now.
Yeah.
I guess it is all about the legacy, isn't it? I mean, that's why we're alive. Not just us, but you. I think that we all think that that's the only thing that we have, is to leave something behind. And, you know, there's a lot of bands that talk about helping people with their music, and whether or not it's actually authentic and truly heartfelt is for you to determine. And I smell a lot of bull crap. But I think that if someone were to be helped or encouraged because of one of the songs that we play, my entire existence would be justified. And it would be worth it right then. And in a weird way, I'm thinking about things for the first time of how long songs live. Being in a place, in a country like this where songs have been living for so long, there's so much tradition and so much history. It reminds you of how powerful music is and how long lasting. And we're going to get old. People are going to stop caring about what we have to say, but for some reason those songs will continue to deliver the message that they have, which is daunting. So I can't wait to go home and write more songs. I can't wait for you to hear the album too. And we'll see if anything comes of it.